do you want to sort of introduce this little segment?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I?
What do you want to do?
No, you can introduce it and then I can just apologise to any authors out there that this is Alan's interesting idea.
All too often, and quite reasonably, the focus is on the famous person. And it's great that we get to meet the famous person, but actually we thought, with a bit of a twist, wouldn't it be nice to focus on famous people who have met Claire? Because Claire is a fascinating person, and she's an owner of this great bookshop. So the thought was, as we work in this business, we get to meet authors, and wouldn't it be lovely to be able to show to people all of the great authors who have been lucky enough to meet Claire?
And how do you feel about this, Claire?
Please be aware this is very tongue-in-cheek, and I apologise profusely to any authors that I have met, and I just blame it all on Alan, really. Sorry.
So Matson is a Yorkshire local, not from this part of Yorkshire, but from
the flat part,
the flat
so he
part,
says.
as he would say. He's a really friendly guy. He's a great guy. He's very into supporting independent shops, and he came to visit us just to come and say hello. He didn't push his books. He just came and met us, and importantly, he met Claire.
It was great to meet Matson. We had an email, I think, out of the blue, and we were aware that he'd been following us on social media. And I think one of the things in the book selling community that we heard was that Matson really champions independent bookshops, and I think when his books were published, he tends to go and visit every shop that he can, particularly the ones in Yorkshire. And I think when he emailed us, he said, we were one of the only shops that he hadn't been to see, and would we be happy for him to come and say hello, which he did. And we met him one Saturday morning while he was on his way up to do something else, and it was a really, really nice chat. It was really lovely to talk to him and find out about how he manages to hold down a normal job and write books as well. And just a really friendly guy. And having read the books, you can sort of see him coming through them, really. Both these books I've read and love them, and have recommended them to several people that have come into the bookshops. They're about Evie Epworth, and they go through sort of her life, really. This is the first one, The Miseducation of Evie Epworth, as she is growing up and sort of becoming of age, and lives with her dad. Dad has a lady friend who is becoming a bit more of a permanent thing, and Evie's not particularly happy about it. I think the great thing about Matson's books is that the characters are fantastic. You really invest in the characters, and you want to find out more about them. He also has a great way of making you laugh and cry, which he did to me in both books. And I think when he came to visit, I was only halfway through his second book, all about Evie. And I think fair to say that actually, probably had we not become embroiled in the bookshop world, I might never have stumbled across Matson Taylor. So I think that's one of the real pluses of working in a bookshop, is that you do get to read authors that you might perhaps not have heard of before, but I'm very glad I heard of Matson, and it was really lovely to meet him.
He also brought sweets,
Very important.
which was really lovely.
Yes,
so
it was
not only
lovely.
did he bring himself, but he brought us a bag of sweets
He did.
that had got Evie written through them, and they were lovely.
They were. Thank you, Matson.